Hello and welcome everyone to this new ProQuest series, Season 2. I'm Pierre from Loidophilia and I'm thrilled to be with the Italian national champion. He won with Kano, Pietro.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Finally, I just recovered from coronavirus, like everyone knows. So I'm back on the game, ready to play some Kano today.
Okay, cool. So we are going to play today Briar against Kano. It will be a really interesting matchup, I think, and it's a matchup that most of you will face because Kano gained a lot of popularity after the Pro Tour, and Briar is gaining a lot of popularity also in the ProQuest, the first ProQuest of the season. We just get the results, and it won few, and he made a lot of top eights. So I think it could be interesting for you to see this matchup. I'll start with my Briar. I have Arcane Barrier 3, the Vexing Quill Hand, the Crown of Dichotomy, and the New Lorraine Boots. I kept the Tunic. And the difficulty for me for this matchup is that my deck has only 18 blues, so it will not always be enough to stop Kano from comboing. I am obviously playing the only Briar that is playable right now, in my opinion, which is Channelment Heroic. That's why I have 18 blues. Um, a few times ago, it was Redliner Briar, Lightning Briar, which were we had a lot of success, but right now Channelment Heroic is a lot better with all the fatigue decks. And that's also why I have 18 blues. The red liners get very few blue and are not able to stop Kano. So it would be a little bit better with this version. What about your deck and your specificities?
No, what you said, I wanted to say that it's very true what you said. In fact, I won against Briar Redline in the Italian Nationals because they are not fast enough for Kano. And well, this is basically the same deck I was running at the Pro Tour with just two cards difference. I removed the Command and Conquer and added two yellow snapbacks that I need actually for this matchup. I figured that people after the Pro Tour would start running more Arcane Barriers, so I made a couple of adjustments for my sideboard against Briar or other racing games. Like so, the first thing is that instead of playing the Arknight Skull Cap, I'll play the Ragamuffins Hat because you will you will have to block. You have Arcane Barrier. You're going to use it. So before I was assuming it was just a race, so I could just use the Arknight to block some damage and some on-hit trigger. But in this case, since you will block, I'll be able to strip cards from your hand, and then the Ragamuffin set is gonna help me to put more pressure over that Arcane Barrier 3 you have. Then I removed the Tome of Fyandals because I think this is still a race, and they block 2, they pitch for 2, and if I hit them from Sonic Boom, they're gonna fail. So I'm trying without the tomes for this matchup, just running. I remove one energy potion and I change it for a clarity potion, which is this one that will allow me to opt 2. And then basically I added Snapback and Ether Flare in yellow. Um, so the 3 Ether Flare in yellow instead of the tomes, and instead of Nourishing and Steer the Ether Winds, the 2 yellow Snapbacks, because basically what I want to do here is try to hit the Ether Wildfire combo as fast as possible, and Snapback and Ether Flare will help me with that, together with the Clarity Potion. And of course, that's not the only way I win, but that's a major way to push damage through. So that is the plan, to survive. I hope you don't play the mountain the first turns, and see if I can kill you before you kill me.
Okay, excellent. Last question before we start. Kano had a lot of success at the Pro Tour, mainly because there weren't any Arcane Barrier. Now, most of the players in the ProQuest will play, I think, Arcane Barrier 3. Do you think it's still a good choice for the ProQuest?
Well, at the Pro Tour, I played mostly against people with Arcane Barrier. So
Okay.
I did play 2-3 matches against people with Arcane Barrier 1 or 2, but everyone else had a high count of Arcane Barrier. And it's doable. I did 7-7. It was not great, but it was not terrible. I managed to win against Dash with Arcane Barrier 3. I managed to win against Prism, and I think the deck is still good, but I don't think it's a good choice to start playing Kano now for two reasons. One is that it requires a lot of time before you actually learn to play it well enough that you are able to, you know, win a ProQuest with it. I think that the people that were already dedicated to Kano, they can, you know, keep playing it through the season, and people are gonna bring Arcane Barrier now, so you're not gonna be able to surprise people, and everyone is getting, you know, they are getting the Kano game in, so it's not gonna be, you will not be able to count on your opponent not being able to play against you. And on the other side, I think that with the next season coming up, with Icelander being the storm, like the icy storm that she seems to be, I don't think Kano is going to be viable in Classic Constructed anymore. I think that Icelander will become the wizard. That's my speculation based on the card we saw up to now. Of course, that could change because new cards could come out. I don't know. But that's my feeling right now. Like, before committing to learning Kano and buying cards from Kano, I would wait and see what comes with Uprising.
Okay, thank you very much about that. Let's start. Do you choose odd or even?
Odd.
It's odd, so you choose.
I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Actually, I decided, and I was like, wait, is this still true? Well, the fact is that I still feel this is a race, and I don't want to. I already start with 30 life. I don't want to go lower already in the first turn. Even though you have Arcane Barrier 3, you don't have a lot of blue, so I might able to push some damage through, and I will be having the advantage on the tunic. So yeah, let's see. That's the first time I play against Briar after the Pro Tour with Arcane Barrier 3. So I don't know. I still feel I cannot let you go first and get damage in the first turn, especially if you set up the Mountain. Let's see if it's right.
Good luck, have fun.
You too. So tunic, and let's see how this goes. I'll pitch for the Crucible of Aetherwave, which will give +1 to the next source of arcane damage, and then I'm gonna pitch 3 to play Aether Spindle for 5 arcane damage. If it hits, I'm gonna be opting X, where X is the amount of damage that I dealt. I have still 1 resource floating and 1 card in hand.
Okay, I'm going to pitch 3 reds.
Yep.
For Arcane Barrier.
Okay, so you take 2, and I opt 2.
I'm at 38. So what I want to do is to cycle the card I don't want in my hand. So I pitch red. Or maybe I have only red in my hand, who knows?
I leave them both up because I want to set up for next turn. And then I'm gonna pass, putting 1 card in Arsenal.
Okay, draw 3. I will put a counter on Tunic. And I will play Sonata Arcanis for 0. Attack.
Miss.
Attack and attack.
Yeah, that's how I like the Sonata. So no damage there. That's good.
That changes my plan a little bit. I'm going to attack for 7.
For 7, okay, I'm gonna just block 6 with 2 other flare yellow. And
Okay,
take 1 damage.
you go to 29 and I
Yes.
pass the priority to you, sir.
Pass back, you can end your turn.
I arsenal and draw 4.
Okay. Tunic in my turn, I'm going to pitch 3 to activate the Crucible to play a Sonic Boom for 4 arcane damage. If this hits, I'm gonna take a look at the first card of my deck and I can play it for X less, where X is the number of damage that it deals.
I will pitch a blue to prevent 3.
So you take 1. Triggers.
37, yeah.
It's a blue Reverberate, which I will be playing for 1 damage.
I take 1.
36, it triggers. I can, if I want, I can banish 1 card from my hand that costs 1 or less and play it until the end of turn as an instant. I will not do that, and I will just arsenal 1 card and pass the turn.
Okay, Tunic goes on 2. I pitch Captain Cole to play Channel Monterey.
Ouch.
And I will Ravenous Rebel.
You played from your hand?
The channel from my arsenal and the Ravenous Rebel from my hand. So I will snatch.
So you have 1 card in hand?
Yes.
So that's coming for 7?
Yes, 5 minus 1 plus 3. 7. Go again.
I will have to take 7.
Okay.
So I have a full blue hand, and I have, if I block, I'll have just a couple of cards, and they don't do much. And the next turn, he will have a very strong turn if he can keep that channel out. He still has 1 card in arsenal. Sorry, in hand. If he pitches a herd card and keeps the mountain up next turn, he will have a very strong turn, and I need to try to menace damage in my turn to make him either take damage or, you know, just give me cards from his hand and have a less of a dangerous turn. So I feel like since I don't have any damage in my hand, I need to use the blue cards I have to activate Kano in my turn to try to push damage or strip cards from his hand. So in this case, I'll just take the damage, and otherwise next turn I will be dead.
Usually I like to keep blue in hand and also arsenal cards against Kano, but because I want to keep my channel mount, I will attack with Rosetta for 2 and 2.
2, pitching a hard card, yeah. Yeah, take. Here it begins.
18 to 36?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I still have 2 floating and I will pass the turn to you.
Pass back.
Okay.
Okay, now
so I put one counter on channel mount, putting the Earth card and draw 4.
I'll pick the Tunic up, and then in my turn I will pitch 3 for Kano to see what happens. Blue card. Pitch again 3 for Kano, of course. Another blue card. Yeah, the joy of playing Kano. I will activate the Crucible and play Reverberate for 2 damage.
Could you remind me, Reverberate for 2?
If it hits, I can banish 1 card from my hand and play it until the end of turn, and it must cost X, where X is the damage it deals.
Yeah, so it's the cost. Yeah, I say no blocks.
Yep. Take 2. 34.
34.
Then 2 more damage with Scalding Rain.
Yeah, take it.
I'll go to 32. Then I will play a Clarity Potion and just pray to survive next turn or to draw a good hand.
Most of the time you want to prevent some of this arcane damage, but the turn you get channel mount, you want the maximum value. So
I agree on that. I definitely agree on that.
I will Tunic. I play Force of Nature.
Of course, you play Force of Nature. Yeah.
No.
No fuse?
No fuse, unfortunately. I play
till and now every card that hits me is gonna draw you a card, right?
Yes. Because of the channel mount Eric, yeah. I play Bramble Spark to get a embodiment, no fuse.
Okay.
You're so lucky. And now I will play a Snatch Go again. Thanks to my
Snatch Go again
embodiment.
for 7. If it hits, you draw 2 cards.
Yes.
No. Time to see what's on the top of my deck. I'll break the Clarity Potion and opt 2. It's interesting. Ooh, spicy. Spicy. I need to count. Okay, 1 second. Okay, this is the moments where your Kano play will make your brain hurt. So I need 1, 2, 3. I need 3, and I need 2. So okay, I need 2 for that. 5 to play the card from Arsenal. 3 to activate Kano. 2 more to play that. I would love to have 1 more card. But what if I can actually... Can I keep 1 extra? Can I kill you? Okay, do you think I can just make the, like, show the cards and, I mean, just explain? Okay, since this is a game to you know, show how it goes, these are my cards. I don't think I can survive the turn because I could block with 3 cards and not make him draw, but then if he has another attack in his hand, it's gonna hit me for 7, draw, and then the stuff continues. And I have a very good hand. I'm opting 2, and I see a Sonic Boom and a Snapback. This is my hand. And what I'm trying to do here, I have Aether Wildfire in Arsenal that I'm gonna play. To play that, I need to pay 5 because I want to play with the Stormstriders and activate both Metacarpus and Crucible, so it's gonna deal 6 damage and, you know, push a lot of damage through. And then I want to play this Sonic Boom. Now, my question is, I have the Ragamuffins hat, and I have Sonic Boom that I can stack here on top. The question is, can I use the Ragamuffins hat if I staple everything in the right way to put Lesson in Lava after Sonic Boom, plate off the Sonic Boom, and keep one blue card in my hand to take Blazing Ether with Lesson in Lava and close the game? I didn't do the math, but I'm sure that would be enough with a active Wildfire, and the only thing I need to do very well is to count very well and to see if it works. So if I pitch 3 to banish Sonic Boom, and I leave that as second card, then I can pitch 5 to play Aether Wildfire, and then I can activate Ragamuffin set to take this in my hand, put this on top, but I need to pay 2 for Sonic Boom, and I have only 1. So I have to play Wildfire with only the Crucible of Aetherwave and without the Metacarpus node, because that would cost 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that would leave me with 1 resource up from this. This is to banish the Sonic Boom, and then I have 1 resource up, and I have 3 here to play Lesson in Lava, and I can play the 3 to play Blazing Ether. Okay, now that my opponent knows what's going to happen, we're gonna do it like this. Opt like this, then my opponent will forget what I just said.
Obviously.
And just play how he would. I mean, of course, he has 1 card in hand, he has to block the Wildfire. So I will be banishing Sonic Boom, then pitch to activate the Storm Striders and the Crucible, then pitch 3 to play Aether Wildfire. That's coming for 5 damage, but before this resolves, I have the opt. Before the opt resolves, I'm gonna break the Ragamuffin's hat, draw 1 card, put 1 card back, then then opt 2. Ooh, that was a nice option as well. Just gonna leave this on top, and then this resolves for 5 arcane damage.
Okay, so Aether Wildfire is by far the best card in Kano. Can you explain to everybody
Of course.
what does it do and why is it so powerful?
So if this card deals damage, and it's played in my opponent's turn, every other card that deals arcane damage will get +6 on that arcane damage, where X is the damage dealt by Aether Wildfire.
Okay.
So at this point, I just hope he has a red card in hand.
Yeah.
Not a blue one.
That's the issue. I had 1 red.
Let's go.
So I'm going to use that and also the tunic.
The tunic.
So I will prevent 2.
Go to 29.
And I go to 29.
And then I'm gonna use the tunic to play Sonic Boom. That comes for 6 damage.
I have no card in hand, so I take 6.
Go to 23.
Yep.
Sonic Boom triggers. And I play Lesson in Lava for 6. So you go to 17.
Yes.
And that triggers. Of course, I'm 1 resource short of killing you, because I didn't count. But yeah.
That's still good enough.
No, it's not true. It's a kill. Wait. Yeah, of course, there is the Aether Wildfire. Yeah, you see it. Of course. Then this goes on the top. I pitch 3 and I play Blazing Aether. That's coming for 15 plus 3, 18.
Wow, that was a masterclass. Thank you very much for this game. It's crazy.
GG. I'm gonna use the occasion to show you this card. This is the first edition foil Blazing Aether, and here the text is like the Kano text. Oh, you thought you were going to win?
Excellent.
Yeah. GG, man.
GG, that was a masterclass. Thank you very much. I think that people who are used to play combo deck in other TCG can catch up really quick regarding Kano. It will be almost impossible to play it perfectly in like a few days or even few weeks, but to play it okay, if you are used to find the solution on puzzles, I think it's possible to win a ProQuest if you train enough. I don't know what you think. You said earlier that it's almost impossible, but if people are used to play combo decks, maybe.
Yeah, well, look, it depends. There are two things. It depends a lot on the amount of time you want to dedicate. And it's also true that now Kano is a bit different. I usually hate combo decks. And with Wildfire, I realized that the deck became more of a combo deck. But still, you have so many line of play because it's a very flexible deck. You could do this skill in instead of this you had I think a Red Aether Flare or a Snapback. You know that a Red Aether Flare would that do it? Be like 6 plus you block 2, so it would be 4, 7. 7, 13, and then the next one is coming for 13 plus 13, 26. Yeah. So you have so many different way to combo this off that that's why I like it. But of course, so this would be like also the killer combo, and I think it's doable for sure. But if your goal is to win the ProQuest, don't do Kano. If you want to have fun, it's great. But I think there are better decks that offer you a better chance to win the ProQuest. So I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm saying if your goal is to win the ProQuest, then and you never play Kano, just don't do this now. If you like to play Kano, I mean, I went to the Pro Tour playing Kano with no preparation at all. You know, it's like, it's fun. I love the deck, but
You still made day 2.
yeah, well, I screwed up one match. It was I had the win against one Starvo, and I for 1 damage I screwed it up. That's the only mistake that costed me the game. And then after that, it just went. You know, I was 7-3, and then it went. I start playing against Prism and stuff. But yeah.
So you're still one of the best Kano player, and you still make mistakes.
Of course, I'm not one of the. I don't think I'm one of the best Kano players. I think that there are many good Kano players, and of course everyone does mistake. I mean, guys, I lost a game because instead of activating, I had to push 2 damage through, and I activated these instead of these on the first attack because I would push 1 damage through, and then I needed both of them in the next attack to win. So if I would have activated Metacarpus the first and then both of them in the second, I would win. And that's a stupid mistake to do, and it's only 1 life, but that can cost you the game. And with Kano, if you do 1 mistake, usually you're done for, unless you have luck. So it's a very risky deck to bring to a competitive environment or professional play. So if you do like the deck and you want some challenge, do it. But if you just want to win, just play Starvo or something.
How many games do you advise before bringing Kano to a competitive tournament? For a good player, a good flesh and blood player.
You need to get at least 10 games against each hero.
So it's like there are 5 really good hero right now, so 50 games.
At least, yes, the very
So
minimum.
if your ProQuest is in 2 weeks, it's possible, right, to play 50 games.
Yes, but of course you need to know. I mean, you need to study. Let's say like this: if you know
Yeah.
what you're doing and why you're playing the cards, then yes. And also you need to know your deck. You need to know very well your deck, how many blue and red cards there are, and you need to. I play it to in a way that you need to, calculate the odds of drawing red and blues, and you need to understand what's the kill turn. Of course, now it's easier because you have a lot of gameplay available. Also on my channel there are some, and you can actually watch the games, especially now that you have I didn't watch the Pro Tour, I didn't watch the stream, but I know that there were many Kano games there, so you can watch them and understand what's going on. And I think then with that, a lot of studying, good deck building, and yeah, about 10 games against each hero, you can do it. Please do it. Go for it.
Yeah, on my side, I had the possibility to not play the Force of Nature and not have go again for my snatch, which would be a little bit more secure, but also it would be a shame because I didn't have another attack action, so I cannot carry on. And also, correct me if I'm wrong, but it wasn't really likely that I can be dead with 36 life at the beginning of the turn with a 1 red and a tunic, so Arcane Barrier 2. You need to get a really good hand. It would be maybe 20% of the time that you kill me this turn, maybe, I don't know.
So I had the Clarity Potion out, and I had a card in Arsenal. I had Tunic ready. I think that you were at 32. I think that 32 is the kill range. If you have more than 32, but with Blazing, with with other Wildfire, 32 you are already in kill range. It's not so strict. I mean, it's not, of course, not always gonna happen. But my deck, especially my deck, there are like multiple ways. Like one Sonic Boom of that, it's enough to kill you, but also the thing, how is it called? The Aether Flare. I run 6 Aether Flare that are able to kill you within that range. So and there are other ways, but you should be careful. But on the other side, you're right, you cannot not play Force of Nature, because if I don't kill you in that turn, you kill me for sure. And I think that play was right. I think that you have to put pressure on me, because if you don't, I'm just gonna chip you, and the longer the game takes, the sooner I will get to the crazy turn where I do a lot of damage. Because what I'm doing is like setting up that crazy turn, especially if you see me with the Ragamuffins. So I think the decision was right, and you just have to hope not that I don't manage to kill you, because I was at some point I was like, wait, I didn't, but.
What are the other options from my side? It's easy. If I keep the Force of Nature, I would have Arcane Barrier 3 instead of 2. That meant that I would have take 2 damage less. I would be at 1 plus 2 extra damage from the blue for the second spell you cast. So I would be at 3 life. And because you double the amount of damage that you already made, it let me at 6 life. So you won't be dead this turn because I only can push 7 points of damage with no go again. You go to 11. I use pretty much all my hand to Arcane Barrier, and I'm at 6 life. You're at 11, and the game goes on.
No. If I have 11 life and you are at 6, you're dead.
Yeah, So basically, it was the only option to give the go again to the snatch and hope that you don't have the kill.
Yeah, also maybe. Yeah, no, I think with that setup, I think I'm not a good Briar player, so I think that's in your case. It's what was the other card in your hand? Ah, it was
Revel.
Runblood.
Yeah,
The
Revel in
rituals, yeah.
Runblood.
Maybe you could have played Revel.
Yes, and keep that
and then
instead
snatch.
for the second.
You push then a lot of damage. Oh no, you definitely. Ah, no. Okay, no, that's rune chance. No, okay, yeah, I think it's like that. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think maybe you just you then I would be with 4 less life. Yeah,
Because
that would.
if you miss the kill and I'm at 1, let's say, I can Vexing Quillhand, Revel in Runeblood, and Rosetta. You're at 11, and I attack for 10. So you're at 1. So yeah, it's close.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe you can try to run Arcane Barrier 2 and Spell Void 2 with the Shock Charmers. That would have saved you.
Yeah,
The
it could be an
Spell Void,
option.
it's very strong against Wizard. People don't, I don't know why they don't like it, but it's, I mean, I'm happy that people don't run Spell Void, but Spell Void plus Arcane Barrier, it's really hard because you get that, you know, we are very short on resources and we have to really to push damage through very precisely. And if you have Spell Void, you have like extra resource that you can just, you know, it's just one free block, and that one free block on the right card, it can save your life and then allow you to kill me. So maybe you can try that.
Yeah, for the people who play Briar Redliner, as long as there is a lot of fatigue deck, I don't advise it. But if you like Briar Redliner, you can play Spell Void instead of Arcane Barrier. So that's the conclusion, I think, of the video. Thank you very much for joining us. It was a pleasure to do it with you guys, and we'll see you next time for the third video of this ProQuest Season 2.
Thank you so much for having me.